Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. In terms of dates, we're going from the 29th of March up until the 4th of April, and we'll first look at any games that have released for the Switch without being in one of these videos, and then we'll move on to that week at hand. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. First of the games that is already out then, we have The Phantom. This describes itself as an arcade-style beat-em-up where you play as the Phantom or his partner, Diana Palmer, across 14 different levels. It says the feared pirates of the Singh Brotherhood are battling for power and threatening the Phantom's legacy, and it's up to you to stop them. You can use your hand-to-hand fighting skills and trusty weapons to dispatch this evil, and you can also call in assistance from your animal friends. The story has been approved by King Features, and it is already out, as I mentioned. It sells for £22.99 or your regional equivalent. Another of those already out is Tinkertown. This calls itself a relaxed and refreshing new multiplayer sandbox gaming experience. It says you can grab a shovel, pickaxe or sword and enter a realm full of treasures, magic and dangers. It goes on to say that you'll explore a world full of mystical forests, dusty deserts and icy tundras, and can craft your own equipment and customize your character with various weapons and armor according to your desires. You'll build your own kingdom, but you can play the game online with friends with up to 4 players. This one released on the 10th of March and it will sell for £16.99. And the final game for those already out is Shadow of the Orient. This is a 2D pixel art action platformer with 3 worlds to explore set across 15 different maps. It says you'll be embarking upon a perilous quest full of dangerous enemies, deadly traps and hidden secrets as a brave warrior who possesses the elemental power of fire. You need to hunt down the Shadow Clan and restore peace to the people of the Orient, and as well as the levels already mentioned, it promises secret areas to explore and 5 speedrun levels. This one released on the 27th and it will sell for £8.99 or again your regional equivalent. Onto the games already out then, and first we have Perfect Hand of Nostalpix. This is a digital card game where players collect cards, level up and evolve to build the perfect deck. It says the goal is to defeat enemies in search of the perfect hand, set in a unique world with strategic gameplay. There isn't a huge amount else said on here and I couldn't find a trailer online. Thankfully though there is one on the eShop itself. I do like the Game Boy-esque aesthetic, I must say, looks very charming, and it's selling for quite a cheap price of just £5.99 when it releases on the 3rd of April. The next game then is LONESTAR, which is a strategic roguelite spaceship deck builder. It looks as if it centres around the idea of joining a bounty hunter association who are recruiting. It mentions a shockwave battle system where you can gain rewards, with hundreds of different treasures and wanted criminals to find by the looks of it. I say by the looks of it because it is without doubt one of the most confusing blurbs I've ever read. It's all written in the style of the game itself, I suppose a nice bit of immersion, but when you're trying to cherry pick out the actual details of what the game offers, it's quite difficult. And it does a strange job of the trailer looking very simplistic whilst the screenshots actually look quite complex, so I'm not quite sure where the game itself actually sits. Either way though, it's out on the 3rd, it will sell for £12.59 or your regional equivalent, but you can get 15% off of that price up until the 10th of April. After that then we have Sociable Soccer 25. This follows the last incarnation of this game, 24, in coming to the Switch, and comes from game designer John Hare, who was behind Sensible World of Soccer back in the day, a fantastic football game. This one, I've played 24, obviously I haven't played this newer one, and I did enjoy it. You could switch between a more traditional arcadey side-on camera angle or the classic top-down if you're playing Sensible Soccer back in the day. And it had a nice fast pace to it. It had like a card system where you could trade players and what have you. And this one looks to offer something similar, with a roster of more than 13,000 licensed professional footballers, each with unique skills it says, and up-to-date leads and squad rosters. You can play it with up to 2 players, although not online by the looks of it. And yeah, if it's anything like the previous game, it will be decent enough, I'm sure. It sells for £19.99, again it's one that releases on the 3rd of April. We also have Vault of the Void, which is another deck builder. I think was it the 3rd of this week perhaps? although this one promises absolutely no luck, just skill as you focus on planning and strategy in this unique low RNG take on deck building. It says you'll choose from 4 different classes, each one with a completely different play style. There are over 440 different cards, with 90 plus monsters to battle, and over 320 different artifacts, which I guess will change the way that you can play the game. You can infuse your cards with different void stones, leading to endless combinations according to the blurb, and again it goes on to mention a lack of RNG. Again, some nice artwork. I do like the look of the cards themselves, judging by the screenshots I can see. And again, it's out on the 3rd if you are interested. It sells for £13.99 or your regional equivalent. The penultimate game for the week then is this game trying to kill me? It sets the scene by mentioning an old shack deep in a dense forest, a strange computer, and a game that's trying to kill you. It goes on to say that it's a mix of horror and first-person puzzle, where you are trapped inside a cabin deep in the forest, and its owner offers to play a computer game in exchange for freedom. The cabin and the game are more connected than you might think, with traps from the game beginning to appear in reality. Your actions in the cabin will affect the computer game, and soon you'll realise that the stake in the game is your life. There are multiple endings and numerous ways to die according to the blurb, and it does certainly intrigue me actually, this one, I must say. It's got an interesting mix of kind of 3D graphics and some old school looking games almost as part of the overall game that you're playing within the game, if that all makes sense. It's going to sell for £17.99 when it releases on the 4th of April, this one, albeit you can get 20% off this time up until launch day. And the final game for the week then, we have the Renovator Origins. Here it says you'll step into a place where art becomes alive and fear becomes reality. It's a first-person psychological horror game where you'll explore the mysterious world of art, where each exhibit contains the mysteries and secrets of its era and its creator. It promises that the game will immerse you in the past and another world that is behind the paintings as you play as the son of a museum worker who died tragically. There are a lot of these first-person horror games available these days. For a while they were quite unique and felt quite fresh, but they have almost become 10 a penny these days. I mean, you've got Layers of Fear already on the Switch, which obviously does the whole painting horror angle. I guess it'll be interesting to see how this one stacks up. It's out on the 4th and it will sell for £13.49. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Do any of those games interest you? Will you be picking any of them up? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit to pick any of these games up, you can use our website, switchup.gg, and doing so will get you 5% of your purchase price back as cashback. And there are other links down there to places such as Play Asia. Again, use our link and code, and you get yourself some money off there too. If you're looking for something else to watch, I've just released another video on my second channel, GB Bricks, which is a brick Lego centric channel, and this one is quite special to me actually. This is showing off one of my mocks, that's my own creations, a building or a design of my own. This is a coffee shop. I built it quite a while ago. It was my second ever mock. I'm kind of documenting each of them, with each getting their own video, and anyone that would like to give that a watch, it would be much appreciated. As I say, this is a bit of a personal project for me, and it'd be lovely to show it and have people tell me what they think about it in the comment section over there. So I'll put a card to that in the top right hand corner. Yeah, really would appreciate if you could give that a watch. It'd be lovely. Quick thank you to our patrons and our channel members for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.